You're right on track with your first day, and at this point you might be thinking to yourself, wow. The mind really becomes busy in these types of exercises. But here's the scary thing, your mind is always this busy, in every moment, every single day. It's only because we're taking this time. Now observe the mind, we actually can see how busy it really is. This is progress, even if it doesn't feel. Let me explain it this way. Let's say that you were doing the mentality training exercise. And you got lost in thought, you were thinking about your to-do list for today, you're thinking about something that's happening at work or in the family, and you totally lost in thought right up until the last 30 seconds of the mentality training exercise. Where I say something and you suddenly realize that you need to bring your attention back, and let's say you bring your attention back. Once right at the end, you may feel like you failed at the exercise. Whether it's just not working for you or that you're really far away from accomplishing anything with it, but actually that was a successful mentality training exercise. You see, even if you just realized once that your mind got lost in thought and you're able to bring it back, that's like doing a repetition at gym. You now think about arm curls. You might go to the gym and you might do 1 repetition today, but if you can do 1 repetition today, then maybe in a day or 2 you can do 2 repetitions, and if you stick with that over time, eventually you'll be doing 10 repetitions, and you'll be doing much heavier weights, and so the mind is the same as a muscle, you can build its strength. A brain imaging scan actually shows the neural networks in a brain before doing any training, but as you start your training you start stimulating the brain by noticing that your mind has wandered and bringing it back to an anchor, like the breath. What you're doing is literally creating new connections in your brain. It's the same as developing new fibers in your muscles, and so your brain becomes stronger. In that sense, with every new connection in neuroscience, this is called neuroplasticity, which is your brain's literal ability to restructure itself through doing things like progressive repetition, and progressive repetition is one of the elements that falls part of our daily mind training exercises. Soon you'll be able to hold your focus more than you ever imagined, not just in the mind training exercise, but in every area of life. So whatever your experience was in today's mind training exercise, you can smile knowing that you showed up to self-improve. You're right on track, and see that by spending this time with yourself, what you're doing is bringing your best self into whatever follows into your next project or task. For the people who you're engaging with, and I guess you can also smile just knowing that this is a really enjoyable type of exercise to do. You feel really good afterwards. Okay. Here's how to bring everything that we covered today into your day. We're going to be focusing on opening and closing tasks. Now if you've got a big project that you're working on today, what you want to do is to split it up into small little tasks. As you know, the way to eat an elephant is 1 bite at a time. Once you've got all of those tasks that you've got for the day, every time you're about to start one of those tasks, you're going to open that task, and that simply means that you're going to think about your intention, your motivation behind actually doing that task. Then if you need to, you can give yourself any permission slips on whatever thoughts or feelings or situations, anything that you need to let go in order to fully show up and give your undivided attention and focus to that task. While you're doing the task, see if you can notice if your mind wanders or if it becomes distracted, and if you do catch it being distracted, a really simple way to bring it back nice and easily to your task at hand is to first bring your attention back to your breath just for a millisecond, and then redirect it to your task at hand, and when you're done with that task, you're going to then mentally close it just by acknowledging that it is done. It's dusted, it's behind you, so you can take your full focus. You can shift your full attention into whatever the next task is that you have to do. The most important subtlety here is to take the process seriously, but don't take yourself too seriously. So if you find that your mind has wandered, then smile, knowing that it's a game. It's fun, you've just caught your mind wandering. That's a good thing, that's progress. Turn that into a positive experience, and then simply bring your attention back to where you want it to be. One final recommendation is set a couple reminders on your phone, a couple of alarms. Even if it's just 1 or 2 for today, you can literally just name the alarm open, close, and by creating those triggers throughout your day just to bring it back, to mind this will help you to start internalizing it to where it starts to become second nature. So this video is about to end. Of course, once it ends and you set your alarm reminders for the day, you can then mentally acknowledge that this is closed, and you can then take a moment to transition to your next task, and that transition is just again reminding yourself of whatever your motivation is for your next task. You can give yourself any permission slips, and then shift all of your focus and be absolutely present with that next task, whatever it may be. Next video I am going to share with you an unbelievably simple and powerful technique to be able to deal with your mind, and to prevent it from being distracted, and to bring your focus back. But for today, enjoy opening and closing tasks. Enjoy, and see you in the next videos.